But there's a guy right there. Wait, why'd he go down there? Oh, get out of there.
What's that?
Okay, good job.
Okay, anyways.
He was getting in arguments with some of the other game dev leads and stuff like that because he wanted to add all of these mechanics in over the course of the game, and he kept wanting to add them. You know, like details that are very cool. So things like Snake sneezing when he came in out of the rain.
Yeah.
That would be like a mechanic, right?
Right.
Just a little hidden feature that's fun. It's not necessarily necessary to the game, but it adds to the world and the believability.
Right.
I would just wait here. And he kept wanting to add this stuff in, and other people were saying, hey, you know, this game needs to be playable. Like, this game needs to be... We need to hit a playable state by the launch date.
Yeah.
And you need to actually be able to ship this. Like, we can't just keep adding to it. And he was like, well, I want this to be the best Metal Gear game possible, which is a fantastic attitude to have, right? Mm-hmm. Not one we see very often anymore. And they were getting mad at him, and he was getting mad at them. And then, like, it cuts to the interviewer talking to both of them, and he's basically about the other guy, the other game dev lead. He's basically like, you know, he's right. We have to be able to get this finished. And I know he's right, but, like, I want these mechanics. And the other guy, it cuts to him, and they're interviewing him, and he's like, you know, I know Hideo Kojima's right on this, too. And he's like, and they're not near each other during this. This is, like, private. And he's like, because, you know, he wants this game to be as good as possible, and he wants this to give the players their money's worth and be this detailed, in-depth world that really feels real. And that's what we want our games to be. But also, I'm worried that we won't be able to finish this game because we're adding all these details. And so it kind of cut to this point where you saw, like, the game director, who was very passionate about all of these hidden details and all these mechanics and all this stuff. But you also cut to one of the game dev leads who was very passionate about making the game work at launch, because all of these different add-ins, the reason you might look at that and say, well, why would this matter? Like, yeah. Okay, they add in another mechanic, why is this a big deal? His argument was, well, every time we add in a new mechanic, this is affecting the game's code. Like, you might add in a mechanic where Snake can roll backwards, and this has unbalanced the entire game now. Like everything we did before. Yeah. Or you might add in a new mechanic where Snake sneezes, and somehow it adds a glitch, where like that glitch is when you pull out the shotgun, Snake sneezes every time, and now we're trying to fix that. That's just a made-up example.
Right.
And those were the problems that they were having. This guy might come around the corner. Where they were trying to figure out and balance the idea of how do we make this the best game possible while also making it a game that's finished.
Yeah.
And in the end, ironically, the biggest criticism of the game wasn't either of these things. The biggest criticism of the game was the game is 40% cutscenes.
Right.
And so I find it interesting, though, to look at the development of, like, MGS4 and see that you had all these people trying their absolute best, and it led to these arguments, which were fair, because basically everyone was right and wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Like, in a way, you're wrong if you don't want your game to be as detailed as possible. In a way, you're wrong. But you're also right, because you want your game to be playable. And if you want your game to be as detailed as possible and too real, down here is that guy with the flies on him. I don't think we need to go this way. Try the other way. The other way going down on the other end, I think you can do. I think if you want your game to be as detailed in real life as possible, you're totally right. However, in a way, you're also wrong, because you might be sacrificing the playability of the game, and then it's not a game.
Yeah,
it's like some kind of interactive experience that is predicated just on details and not on like being a playable video game, right?
Right.
So it's interesting to see that you have these people who were both right in their own way and both wrong in a way too, because you know they couldn't see the other's point of view in the heat of the moment, but they could afterwards. And this is kind of some of the stuff that happens in game development that I think would make it more interesting if it was more transparent. Like seeing how these people interact, you know, seeing how they come up with their ideas. Human beings are not special. Like we're special in the sense of like what we are, but like no human being is more special than another one. And something I don't like is how video game and movie development are treated as if like Christopher Nolan is like the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
And like all of his methodology must be secret. Why? Why must it be? Like, why don't you want to share some of this creative vision with the world of how you got there, you know? I understand some of it is you don't want other companies to steal your ideas, but, like, the world would benefit from more creators. You know, more people making art, more people who are passionate, whether it's indie game developers, or it's AAA game developers, or it's comic book creators, or novel writers, or whatever. Like, the world benefits from the more of those people we have, but a lot of people don't know how to get started. They don't know how to be creative because they weren't really taught. And then the people who do know how to be creative hide it. They hide the methodology of how they're creative, or like how they made what they made. They hide it behind closed doors, NDAs, and a bunch of secrecy. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciated something like this Metal Gear Solid 4 behind the scenes, which I believe you can watch on YouTube if you look it up. It's like a development documentary, but it was also released on a Blu-ray that you could get with the special edition of MGS4. And I really appreciate this stuff because I don't think it should be such a secret. Do you? Like, you know, I'm starting to work on writing books. And one thing I would love to do is tell people how I wrote them. Like, tell people my methodology of things I thought of and things like that. And I don't like how secretive everything is. I don't like how it feels like the Secret Service, man. Like, it feels like when Activision makes a game, they think they're like the frickin' Secret Service, and it shouldn't be that way. This should be... I get the impression that these people think they're more special than they are. Like, a lot of creators and a lot of companies.
Yeah.
Is like, they think that, well, we've got the secret sauce, and, like, we can't share this with anyone, and, like, we're better than you, and we're gonna make all the money, and go back to your dumb 9-to-5 job, idiot. And I don't like... I guess... Oh, what'd you get?
Wait.
Nice!
Oh, hey, we weren't even trying for that.
Good job. I don't know. Long story short, I know I'm getting off on a tangent. I don't like how secretive all this stuff is. It pisses me off. It feels like it's elitist. That's what I think the word I'm looking for is it feels to me like elitism.
Yeah.
Like, they think they're better than you. And I get this impression from a lot of video game developers. A lot aren't this way. But I do get this impression from a lot of them on Twitter. Like, they think they're better than gamers. Mm-hmm. Oh, gamers are consumers. We're creators. Okay, well, a lot of these people want to be creators, but they don't know how to get into it, or they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And you hiding how to do it doesn't make you more special than them. It just means that they are stuck at this... Don't go that way. There's a bomb. There's a bomb. We have to take that out.
Watch out, I got a bomb.
Stand back, fool. I've got a bomb. I don't know. Does this make sense? No, that's not it. Down. It's the green thing.
That?
Yeah. Oh, okay, let's call Otacon. You were about to shoot the Semtex.
It doesn't look like you can open that locker. It must be locked or something. Try another one if you really need to use a locker.
Oh, alright.
What are we needing to use a locker for?
I don't know.
You want to save, Snake?
Well, we already did that. We already gooned in a locker. We got Snake...
Try to do a new one?
Sure. We got Snake gooning in lockers before GTA 6.
Okay, Snake. Stay out of trouble.
Okay, before we move on too far, why don't you pause it for just a second and let me look something up.
Okay.
And I want to hear your response to that, because I wanted to look up how to send Otacon pictures, because you can do that. Flint and steel, chicken jockey, I am Steve. Are you want me to play or you want to play?
I can play some more.
Okay, we got a selfish guy here.
I'm having a good time.
Alright, selfish, that's fine.
Alright. Are we ready?
We're back from having our pizza.
Alright.
So I want to know your thoughts on what I said, though. About the creative process and all of these companies pretending that they're, like, super special and hiding it from everyone.
Yeah.
And game developers who go online and get, like, mad, and they'll say, like, well, gamers have no idea how this is done. And my thing is, like, then show them.
Right.
Like, you know, if you want them to care why this is a difficult process, then why is everything a secret?
I thought we shot this.
I thought we did too. Were there two of them?
Oh, great! Now there are two of them.
There must have been two of them.
Okay.
There's no achievement to, like, beat the whole game without clicking continue, is there?
Should we look?
Yeah, probably.
We could be in trouble here.
Whoa, To Catch a Predator?
Oh, cool. We can
Did
be
you read
Chris
that?
Hansen. Yeah. Let's do that one.
I don't know. Would you ever even be able to do this?
Like platinum, I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, there must be 2.
Well, I only see this one here.
I see that one. Wait. Zoom back in on that. It's still... There's another green one. Why don't you lay down?
Like, shoot this?
Yeah. Now... that
Now
shut
they went
off, but that's not the only one. Let's do the cigarettes. Look at that.
Yeah, where are these coming from? Oh, all right.
Clever girl.
All right.
That's just me when, like, she figures out how to get out of my basement.
Okay.
I'm just like, clever girl.
So now I should lay down?
No. I wasn't saying go through there. We have to figure out our way to blow that up.
Okay.
Snake? Snake!
I thought I could get down to go to the other side and then turn back around and shoot it.
That was a fantastic idea, but no.
Okay.
No, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this.
Let's see here.
You can take out that one pretty easily. Okay, that's gone. Now, where is the other one? Oh, whoa, wait. Wait. What the hell? Turn around, get on top of that. Now turn around. See if you can see it. Up there. See the green?
Yeah, but I don't think I can reach that at all.
Try shooting right above this. Up above. Oh, up a little. There you go. Try that. Wait.
Whoa, nice!
Now check the
Should we put some
cigarettes.
cigs?
'Cause
Take
there's
these out of our butt.
I still see one on. No?
Oh,
Yeah, look there.
all right.
So now let's look
Man.
around here.
I wish this wasn't inverted.
I'm sorry.
Well, I think I could probably go to the side and maybe look.
Is that it?
I bet you anything that's it right there.
I like that we're taking a guess on this. No, wait.
All right! Look at that. Man, we are good.
Nice. And we can walk past the flower.
The flower.
That's like very conceited. Yeah, we are the flower. It's just us.
Yeah.
You might have heard of our competition. You haven't. There isn't any.
You might have heard of our competition. Flower.
Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant.
Oh, the Commandant!
Ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Sorry, I was flashing back to my time in the summer camp.
In the summer camp.
Oh, here's a door.
You're not going to say what your role in that summer camp was? Were
I
you a
don't
counselor?
really want to talk about it. Too much. Let's just say Argentina is very nice this time of year.
Did you see recently there's speculation that in Argentina they have like whatever their version of the CIA is, they have like documents saying that he actually went to Argentina,
Yeah.
like classified documents that just got released.
I'm not shocked, are you?
No, but then does that
Who
mean
did
like
they kill in the bunker?
yeah.
What if they, you know how they said like, oh yeah, like that little girl's family and her, they killed themselves and stuff. Like, what if they just went in and flamethrowered that girl and her family, and they're like, oh shit, like this wasn't Adolf. Like, what are we gonna do here?
Right.
So then they basically just went in, flamethrowered those people, and then they made it up and said, oh yeah, they terminated themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all it was.
But is that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy, but it's like, it's also not hard to believe.
Well, that conspiracy theory that we've all
Believed.
heard growing up, is true. Completely. 100%.
Believed
Yeah.
growing up.
Snake, the Metal Gear prototype is down in the holds. That corridor wraps around the holds. There are several doors into the holds from the corridor, but it looks like most of them are locked. But I think the farthest door isn't locked yet. You can get into the holds from the door at the end of that corridor. Head north. Time to save?
Snake, we're on this boat that I have no control over, but I know everything about the doors.
saying, those who walk 100 leagues think not that their journey is half ended until the 90th league? That means... What does it mean? Okay, it means that if you're planning to walk that far, you better damn well know how to do simple arithmetic. Study, stay in school.
This seems to be getting more and more random.
Correction. It's becoming more deep. Trust me.
All about it, God.
So,
But to answer your question from a long time ago,
all right.
that I keep forgetting to, like, answer, oh, shoot that guy, shoot the guy. I think that I agree, like, yes and no, in the sense that I think a lot of companies out there keep their stuff secretive because they don't want backlash or, you know, copying or things like that, because in today's day and age with the internet, nothing's secret, you know, and people, like, we see, like, leaks all the time and stuff like this.
I'm having one right now.
Yeah, you're leaking out right now. And I think companies are just so worried about stuff like that, you know, and I mean, we listen to stuff like what happened to Fable, you know, where that one guy was just promising like 500 million things.
Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, and it wasn't in the game at all, and then fans were just like, what the heck? And then it became, you know, fans hated that game.
Yeah, but a big part of that is that there was no transparency. Like, that guy was going around.
He was just
running
going
his
around
mouth.
saying things. But I think companies... Is he jamming out right now? I think companies in general are just so concerned over, you know, random things like that, that they basically have gotten to a point where they just say, we don't want to reveal anything about this. Mm-hmm. And to me, I don't find that very helpful. You know, like, I agree not showing every single possible thing you're doing, but I don't find it very helpful to just say, like, you're going to find out nothing about this game at all until the second that it releases. So, I don't know. I mean...
And sometimes they lie.
I think some malicious fans, I will say, have brought this on everyone else. You know, like, there are definitely people out there, like the stereotypical paparazzi, you know, that just, like, violate people's privacy and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just kind of, like, ruin it for everyone else. I think that's definitely a thing with, you know, the fans. But I also think it's a problem with companies, too. It's like, people want to see the creative process. Mm-hmm. You know, then when a game like what was it, like there was footage on, like, the Wolverine game that came out.
Yeah.
That people were kind of like, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's still in development.
But let me offer something else to that, because that would be an example of people being malicious,
Doesn't
right?
look as though you
Yeah.
can open that door. Just keep heading south.
Let's save real quick, because we're trying to get that thing with saving in every room.
Save,
Yeah.
Snake?
Would people have been as malicious if they were more in tune with what these creative processes are? You know, is also...
Yeah,
my
I mean,
question.
right. It's kind of like a
Chinese have a
catch-22.
proverb that goes, scholars hold in esteem knowledge, not acts. See, they just sit around thinking instead of actually doing something.
Whoa, what's he
Doesn't
saying
make
about
them too
Chinese
useful.
people?
Action is what matters, I think.
Look, what I heard from Mei Ling was that...
Snake, have you noticed that you bring her up a lot?
Huh? That isn't the...
Here we go again. What am I gonna do with you?
Like I was saying.
You and your hyperactive libido. It's a good thing one of us can keep all the details straight.
I like how he's like,
He's like, Snake, you're an Asian lady fetishist. Like,
as a local Asian lady lover, can confirm.
Okay,
he
yeah.
has the look. He has generic white guy look, so he probably is. All I was saying too with your example is you're absolutely right. Like, those examples, like that, the Wolverine one with the hack and like how bad people were about everything.
yeah,
Right there is an example of why they don't want to reveal some stuff, right?
right.
Because they're like, oh well, if we reveal it, you'll just say it looks like shit.
Can you shoot that, by the way? Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Sure, that's 100% true. However, how many people would be less likely to say this looks like shit if they were aware of how the creative process looked and knew what a game in development looked like?
Right.
They don't know what a game partway in development looks like because no one will fucking show them.
Yeah,
No one will show them at all, so then when they finally see one, they think it looks like garbage.
right.
But it doesn't really. It's just that that's normal for that state of the game.
Right.
But they don't know that because no one will be transparent. So yeah, you're right. It's a catch-22, but like, I put it more on the companies because like, to me, this would be like punishing a guy for trying to understand how plumbing works when a plumber comes in his house.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to understand it.
We have sealed the stern hatch.
All right.
The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who's the daughter, Olga? Mm-hmm. That we killed?
She's fine. She's just sleeping.
Who goes there?
Soundly. Alright, let's go with stun grenade.
Oh, jeez. Alright, now you can pull out your stun gun or your USP?
Us.
Okay.
Waiting for that to go off.
The one guy on the left's fine. Did you see that anime dodge that guy just did?
I did. Why can't I get through here?
I don't know, maybe you have to kill these people first.
Oh, okay. So they like don't want me to go around here?
I think so, yeah. I guess my thing is just, I kind of wish people in general were not dicks and ruining it for everyone else. You know, but I say the same thing about like everything.
Oh!
You're about to die. Get out of there. Go.
I couldn't move. I could not move.
You know, like oh, jeez, another grenade. Go. But I say the same thing about like everything. You know, like the Minecraft movie too, which is in theaters as the time of recording this, and people are just like douchebags in the theaters, and they're kind of like ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are people in general like this?
I don't know. People in general are pretty awful, aren't they?
Yeah, and like it kind of reminds me actually a little bit of, and this is a different.
What is with these epic throws?
Yeah, what is this like? God would World at War on veteran? It reminds me a little bit of people like that one douchebag paparazzi guy that waited until Emma Watson's 18th birthday and then like took a picture up her skirt. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, she had she went out like her 18th birthday like to celebrate, like went to, I don't know what she did, probably a restaurant or something like that. And she had like this really, you know, kind of cute skirt on or whatever.
What were you, the paparazzi guy?
No.
And it was like really cute.
It was like
there
hot,
this,
you
like,
know?
really good panty angle. Like, like you could just see like the, you know, like the very edge of
Yeah, it was like really hot.
You know, some lip.
She's 18, by the way.
Some lip action was going on there. I had been waiting months for this photo. Okay, I had seen this action before, but it wasn't okay to share the photo then. This was ridiculous. This is why I waited until she went to Japan. I like the idea you didn't specify that she was of the 18 age of consent. You just specified she's of the age of consent.
Yeah.
So you're like, and then she went to Japan.
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
Wait. What the hell?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the Fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Otacon's a little too into these photos.
I know.
He like really wants like Snake to upload this guy's homework
Oh,
folder.
you need to save? Just a second.
Trust me, I'll be dropping some photos.
He's like, all right, I hacked into this guy's computer and he has a homework folder on his laptop. Send it to me right away.
Don't even look at it.
Don't open it.
Better to be first among roosters than last among bulls. Of course, the meaning's clear. If you have to choose between being a chicken or a cow, pick the chicken. Cows are always being messed with by aliens. Cattle mutilations are up, you know. Why go looking for trouble, right? If an enemy spots you, you'll be in more trouble than a cow on a UFO. You stay out of their sight.
Why would aliens be in an old Chinese proverb?
Everyone knows they've been visiting us for thousands of years.
News to me.
The worst animals to be reincarnated as are goats in the Middle East.
Really? Uh-oh.
I'm not going to explain that one.
Wait, let's listen to a little bit of his speech.
Okay.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
So they think theirs is better than everyone else's?
Kinda seems like it.
Every civilized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
Well, good thing that guy is not at all.
Also, don't go underneath those. It looks like there's a wire or something.
Okay.
The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy.
Wait a minute. Where's the camera?
Other one.
Especially those with submarine and air background.
There's something I want to get a secret shot of in here.
But this project
Okay.
is vital to the Marine Corps.
Let's see if I can get over there.
Sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
Is he black? I wanted to ask because you asked the question about someone else.
What about Ray Campbell?
Nations building up their own Metal Gear
Wait, there's nothing up here?
twice about their nuclear
I don't think so. I think you have to go around the back.
dominance spelled out by Ray.
Like maybe the side behind that guy or something.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order.
Oh, New World Order, Captain America?
Oh, cool.
Central role in its military affairs.
Sorry, they'll change that to Brave New World in a minute. Wouldn't one of these guys with some kind of peripheral vision see me over here?
You would think so.
Devoted to Metal Gear development.
But they are locked in on this guy's speech.
Nature from the navies. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that
Wouldn't they see that
They don't
open?
see the door open.
to derail our own Ray project.
Huh.
Whoa, jeez.
Alright, let's call Otacon and save again.
Okay.
Because this is a highly stressful part. So they don't trust the Navy either. Isn't that interesting? That the Marines are not in league with the Navy's program?
I mean, that's just kind of
Snake, do you
general
know the
military.
Chinese proverb, care avoids error. Error is thought to be a Kung word, meaning what? There's some linguists who think that this accounts for an almost universal utterance of the syllable when people are at a loss for words. A kind of vestigial
Hey! What a crock! What did you do with that little cheat sheet I made you? Oh, there it is. Hey!
that's really,
How could you do that? You know how busy I am and you...
it's not what you think.
Oh? So what am I thinking?
What's going on over there?
Oh, hi, Snake. Do you know that Otacon's been...
Mei Ling, we're in the middle of a mission and everything, so can we,
Fine. Sure. And Snake, the real meaning of care avoids error is that if you're cautious, you can avoid making serious mistakes. Even if you've gotten used to the mission, watch what you do. Good luck.
Yeah, Snake, good luck.
You, I'm not done with. Let's discuss this, shall we?
I wish you'd come discuss something with me.
Is she and Otacon together?
No.
Oh, what was she doing at his house?
She cut into the transmission.
Oh, I thought they were like in the same house.